Apologies in advance for the carpet, but here we're having a look at the HTC One and the Samsung Galaxy S4. Both handsets are very good in their own own way. You can decide between the two yourself. I wouldn't like to say either way. Each have got their sort of plus points. But here we're having a look at the HTC One. It's very thin, plasticky construction as you kind of used to. We've got sort of a silver bezel around the edge here. We've got the power button which wakes it up. Very bright screen here, as you can see in action. Compare that to the HTC One, which is on the right here, and if we load up an internet page, you can see that the screen is slightly brighter on the S4 than it is on the HTC One. And I've cranked up the brightness full on both phones. Actually, the brightness is full on the HTC One, and on the S4 it's actually set to sort of automatic brightness. You can see obviously on the Galaxy S4 here on the left, we've got a little eye here. That's the sort of eye tracking technology, so if I look away or I look up and look down, it should move the screen. We also have on the S4 this sort of little pop out thing here, which you can let you hop between applications. You can sort of see how the two differ on a software level. Now, obviously on the HTC One here on the right, you can't remove the battery, whereas you can on the S4. The micro SD card is under there, as is the micro SIM, whereas the micro SIM goes in here on the HTC One, or it would do if it focused. And there is no additional storage capacity, so you get the 32 gigs on board on the HTC One. In this particular unit here on the left, you have the S4 with 16 gigs of onboard storage, which you can supplement that with a micro SD card if you wish. Sound quality obviously on the HTC One comes courtesy of the Beats Audio technology, and it has the 4 ultra pixel camera, which allows more light into it too. I've tried the speakers and they're very good, I must admit. Very loud, very proud sound coming out of that. On the right here we've got the volume up and down, nice metallic buttons there. Camera on the back, that ultra pixel camera that I mentioned. Big HTC logo, the Beats Audio logo there. Two sort of strips here on the top. Again, apologies if it doesn't focus. We've got the infrared there, so you can control your TV. You can do the same thing on the S4, by the way. And a 3.5mm audio port. On the left hand side is the micro SIM slot, and on the bottom is the micro USB slot. We have the sensors and the front facing camera here, and that is the HTC One. A very solid metallic, you know it's in your pocket. It's definitely got a certain amount of presence about it, this particular phone, and it's one of the best phones, if not the best phone that HTC have ever done. The S4 on the other hand, obviously you can notice here it's got an action/home button here on the front, so you can wake up the phone using that. You can't do that with HTC One. You have to use the button on the top, the power button. It also activates the S-Voice technology, so let's see if we can get that working. Skip. What's the weather like in London?
Here is the weather for London, city and county. The city of London. It's 12 degrees today with clouds and showers likely.
So there you go, you get the S-Voice technology. You got back and you got a menu key which hops up here at the bottom, whereas on the HTC One you've got the home key here and back. There is no menu key. You kind of get the little, if you notice, if we go into the browser here on both phones, the top of the browser on the HTC One, we've got this little menu widget, which a lot of people will be comfortable with anyway because it's on a lot of different phones now, whereas on the S4 you just hit menu and you get that pop up instead. So the S4, let's have a tour around that. On the left hand side we've got the volume up and down, whereas it's on the right on the HTC One, and we have the silver bezel that's lovely around the edge. We have the microphone and the micro USB port there, and on the right hand side the power key, and then that's pretty much it. On the top we've got the 3.5mm audio port, and there is the infrared. So you can obviously do the infrared remote control on this as well. Here on the Samsung Galaxy S4, let's just show you that in action. I really haven't. I should have kind of sorted this out. It's got the Watch On technology, Watch On application, whereas on the HTC we have got it under, you know, if I'd have researched this better, TV. There we go. So we've got the TV, and you basically hook it up to your television. You tell it what TV you've got, what box you've got. Say if you've got a Sky Digibox or a sort of a cable box, you tell it what you've got, and it sets it all up for you. It's very good. You can swish through what you want to watch. I'm going to put in a postcode here. Let's put in W28YT. I'm just going to make one up. It probably won't even find it. There you go. So you can put in B Sky B. Let's say, I'll skip that bit for now. And they both offer a similar sort of experience here. Very swish. I'll skip the sign in. I agree to that. Very swish interface on both handsets. You can see what's on now. You can sort of switch between genre. You can like or dislike. You can see what's on later on. NCIS here on the left and NCIS on the right too, if you're into your NCIS. So you can see I'm pressing this and it's sending the infrared to the TV, which I don't have in range at the moment. And obviously the Samsung Galaxy S4 has got a few other tricks up its sleeves, such as the eye tracking technology, which I've mentioned, the eye pause, and the hands-free sort of answering calls function as well, which the sensors on the top sort of help out with. So both handsets are very, very good indeed, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how they both compare.